Okay, we're on Maaser Sheni, Perek Hey, Mishnah Hey, the fifth Mishnah in the last chapter of Maaser Sheni. So in the last Mishnah, we learned that there was an issue of P'diyah. When you redeem Maaser Neta Revai, then what you do is you take out L'hotzi Yitziot Mi Beito. You're allowed to deduct the expenses that's going to cost you. Since it's redeemed, Neta Revai is often redeemed when it's still mechubar l'karka, attached to the ground. Therefore, you can deduct the Yitziot Mi Beito, the expenses it's going to cost you in order to produce the Neta Revai. So our Mishnah is a continuation of that Mishnah. What about Uba Shvi'it? So let's say you have produce of Neta Revai, that the fourth year is the Shemittah year. Okay, so therefore it's Shvi'it. Then Martunura says, She'en schar shmira, v'lo avodat karka. You can't do any weeding, you can't do any fertilizing, you can't do anything because it's hefker, you can't do any work. Then podeo b'shavyo. Then you redeem it with the actual value of the produce, because there's no deductions. There's nothing to deduct because you have no expenses. V'imaya kol mufkar, ein lo ela schar lekita. Let's say it's a kol mufkar. It's I own Neta Revai. I can't take it to Yerushalayim. So I say, no, my produce is hefker this year. Anyone who wants to come can take Neta Revai. They're allowed to take Neta Revai, but they have to, of course, like everyone else, bring it to Yerushalayim. So the guy who comes into my field and takes Neta Revai, he has to now evaluate the money. He doesn't want to take the produce. He picks my oranges. He wants to do b'diyah, redeem the value of the produce onto money. How much is it worth? How much can he deduct? Says the Mishnah, since it's a kol mufkar, ein lo ela schar lekita. He has the money of the kita, the picking value. So as Bartanura says, ein azochebo menake ela schar lekita. The guy has to hire somebody, or there's a value in having somebody pick the fruits. Okay, and then umale perot Yerushalayim o pode umale hadamim. Okay, he can take the fruits or he can redeem it and take the money. Okay, he says also something very important. V'lo amrina, and we do not say, kevan dim hefker kazache, since he's zoche from hefker, ein din ravai noegbo. You don't say that there's no din ravai. Okay, and shvi'it eno menakes chalita, and Shemittah, he doesn't even take off. He doesn't take off anything, not even the picking expense. Shkol adam melaket la'atzmo. Everyone is melaket himself. Everyone can pick on his own. The Mishnah continues. Hapoden Neta Revai shelo. Let's say I'm redeeming my own Neta Revai. Mosiv alav chamishito. He adds a chomesh. Now this, of course, is a reference to the machloket between Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel that we saw in the two Mishnayot ago. Beit Shammai, remember, Beit Hillel says it has chomesh and miur, like Neta Revai, like Maaser Sheni. Beit Shammai say it doesn't. So this Mishnah, we're back to Mishnah A. Mosif alav chamishito. It is a chomesh, and we paskin that's like Beit Hillel, like we saw in Mishnah Gimel. Ben shehu shelo, whether it's his, uben shenitan lo b'matana, and whether the Neta Revai was given to him b'matana. Now the Bartanura obviously explains nitan lo b'matana keshehu smadar. Smadar means when it's still growing, it's flowering. Why? After you picked it, Beit Hillel said, mamon gavohu. If you remember, we learned this in the Mishnah before. We learned it in the Mishnah before that Beit Hillel said it's mamon gavor, that it belongs to God, and that's why yesh lo b'diyah. Let's see if I can find you the chart. Yes, I can. Here we go. Okay. Oops. Let's scroll all the way down. Here, remember we said Beit Hillel said it's mamon gavoa. Okay, so you'll say, therefore, since it's mamon gavoa, okay, therefore it's kimaaser, and you can't give it. You can't give it as a gift. So therefore, and remember we said no masao matan. There's no trade, no bartering for Neta Revai because it's like Maaser Sheni and it's mamon gavor. You can't give that to anyone. You can't do business with anybody with that. So it must be talking about where it was given kishus ma'adar before it was even while it was still growing, before it came to the status of produce, and therefore a person when it's flowering, you can give away whatever's going to grow, you can have. That's not a problem of masa'u matan, of transactional business with regard to Neta Revai. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, you can email me at rspolter@gmail.com. I will dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.